And yesterday, that was Kit Collector's 99th show. They've been doing this since the 1980s. So it was a fun show to be at. Saw a couple good people, met a couple YouTubers, and I got a couple good kits. Well, 3 actually. The Bentley blower is a kit that I ordered before I left back home to take care of my mom. I'm really looking forward to this one. But the scores at the Kit Collectors was, how can you pass that up? 10 bucks. Full kit, no plastic, all the parts are there. Everything's in good condition. A lot of things are still on the sprue. Or this one, a smoothie, $25. He knocked it down to 20. So both kits, 30 bucks from the same vendor. Then over here, 27 bucks. For a box this big, as weighty as it is, I'm sure 27 bucks is actually a really good deal. I doubt it'd be less than 30 something anywhere else. And also waiting for me on my return from back home was a big box from round 2. Thanks a lot, Jamie. We'll be taking a look at this very, very soon. 1000 Enterprise with Botany Bay in a lunchbox, and the NX01 in 1000 with refit options. Also, the bigger NX01, the 350. So there was talk about redoing the Alien line back at Wonderfest 2012, and another big surprise was Wolverine and Robbie with Altera. So we'll be taking a look at all of these kits. I just did the 2 Revell Vipers side by side. I'll pull out at least one of those so we can take a look at the comparison with this. And yeah, I've already shot a review of the smoothie, so we're not going to be seeing much of this. I'm just hoping I can fit it in the other box I have, because this thing is beat to hell. I just rebagged all the parts myself last night to confirm everything was there. The only thing missing is the decals, except for the rub downs, and nothing. The lights are here, the battery case is here, everything. Very, very nice score right there. But also on the bench, the Tholian Enterprise. You didn't think I'd forget that, did you? Nope. So what happened was, the last time I worked on it, I got all these major dust pieces in the finish. It's a nightmare. It's even worse on the lower saucer. But that's a lot of wood dust, it looked like, shavings. Either way, it's bad enough that what I'm going to try and do is pop the saucer apart, soak at least the top in some bath, some simple green. The bottom, I don't know how I'm going to deal with that, simply because there's lights installed with it. So this is going to be a really tough thing to deal with, unfortunately. However, the lighting kit is going to go through anyway. So I'll be getting that, the details of that together very soon. I do have a bunch of videos for the 1701D here, lighting that. It's not anywhere near complete. Basically, it's just got a few pieces laid out for lighting, and I'm still determining one of the better ways to do that. Otherwise, on the bench, I'm doing a quick little display for Modeler's brand, featuring the new Monstrous Glow Kit. Actually, it's a reintroduced glow kit now that I've got UV at Modeler's brand. And another thing I should point out, in this special issue of Fine Scale Modeler, Build Better Models for Holiday 2013, check out the last page for Modeler's brand's second magazine ad after Scale Model Addict. Looking through this magazine really quick, there are a lot of really most useful tips, all laid out into a simple 80 pages. This is an immediate resource for me. Hey everybody, Model Man here, and a blast from the past. In getting the house ready for sale, as my mom won't be returning here, it involved us kids cleaning everything out, and lo and behold, I found a box of old plastic. First note is this one. This was a toy that some company made at some point after the motion picture. Could have been around Wrath of Khan time. It was electronic. The on and off switch was here. I don't remember if it lit up or not, but it definitely made noises. And I remember really liking this because it was a modular kit. The neck pulled out of the saucer, out of the secondary hull, the pylons pulled out of the nacelles in the secondary hull. And as you can see here, there's these two brackets. You were able to put a single nacelle onto the neck, or you could put the two pylons onto the main saucer underneath. I'd love to find out what this toy is. This is all that remains of it for me. Don't know a name, don't know a release date, don't know anything about it. If any of you guys do out there have any memories of it, know the company or anything like that, definitely let me know. This is probably less than a foot across overall. And I'd just like to see it again after all these years. I drew the phaser banks on. That's all flat. It's a smoothie, which is nice, as opposed to one in there. One other interesting note is that having gotten Emma Peel's Lotus Elan a month or so ago, I've been looking around for a good price on John Steed's Bentley. I placed an order on a 1/24th scale right before I came out here, and one of the first things I found when I got here was the Bentley. But this one's in 1/32nd scale, and this is by Model Brother Will. And this is all that remains of that kit. But it was an interesting coincidence, and this is going in the garbage. I may keep this for, maybe I can scrap some of it, use some of the pieces for a scratch build or something. One of the things I'm noticing about the wheels right now is that obviously they're solid plastic, so I don't know if the 1/24th scale, I forget what company I got that from, I don't know if that is also going to have similar. Or maybe that'll prompt me to try and make my own wheels with spokes. We'll see. Two other little odd notes that I came across. We don't have the tricorder anymore, but we do have a tricorder tape. I remember that came with possibly 2 or 3 tapes. One of them was the show Corbomite maneuver. This could be a blank, and this could have stuff on it, but I don't have any way to know that. Over here, this is the Estes X-Wing flying model rocket. This is all that's left of this, and similarly into the garbage. Which leaves a few things up here. I noticed that a lot of people have glue bombs when they were kids. I had what we'll call paint bombs. This is pretty vicious. There's a few bridge pieces left, a couple of the floors, that's about it. Let me pull some of these out and we'll see what's here. And here is all that remains of my childhood modeling career. Dash of a Falcon, bit of a Lem. This, I'm guessing, is some kind of fighter plane. There's a couple nice tiny little pieces on the sprue here, so I'm going to keep these. I'll probably send myself this poor old K7. Maybe I can combine it with some other models and make something interesting. I'm surprised all the cones are still in good shape. Bit of a Falcon, cockpit from a Viper, another bit of a Falcon. I think this black thing here is a leg from Vincent. I'm not quite sure. And it must have been some gravity event that crushed this nacelle into just the end caps. Original Romulan, bit of a phaser emitter from the Exploration kit. And while a lot of people have glue bombs when they're kids, I definitely had paint bombs. That was about the best of my painting skills at the time from one of the blue kits. Or even that's a better representation there. White plastic original AMT Enterprise, gray plastic Enterprise. You'll see it's the NCC 664. ISS Cali. I don't know if that's part of the word or what the 664 is. It's definitely a destroyer, I believe, or a scout. But clearly I was going for an Imperial ship. And you can see the kind of dust that's stuck into this thing. It's pretty bad. One interesting thing I found is that while I have a smoothie neck, I've got a non-smoothie nacelle and a non-smoothie saucer. The ISS Turpris NCC 170, I don't know if I was going to make this my own thing or what, but it looks like it was going to be a 170 Turpris, because back then it was tough to make your own decals. And then there's this. a paper punch out of the Enterprise, and you can see they got grid lines. Strange grid lines, but they're there nonetheless. I don't know what book or magazine this could have come from, but this is pretty much all there is to it. So that's pretty much it. I may send myself a few pieces, such as this saucer. That would be handy. Spare nacelle could be handy, along with a neck. But all these AMT Enterprises, those are gone. May keep the Romulan. The Viper cockpit would be handy, because I have a couple of those coming up. I'll probably keep the K7, because that's almost complete, at least, it looks like. And the LEM would be nice, along with a couple spare pieces of sprue. And so that is pretty much it for me. I think I do have to do some revisions on the Modelers Brand website there, and I actually have to put some product together for that, because there's some good stuff coming out fairly soon. New product lines for that. So with all that is it. Thanks for watching. See ya. Oh, and how could I forget the Jupiter 2? I'm going to start soldering this week.